Chapter 1. Silent Beginnings. Everything starts with unnoticed moments. A glance, a casually spoken sentence, or maybe just a timely question. For a woman, these small moments can be the key to a big door. Because women are beings with high emotional intelligence and strong intuition, they pay attention to how someone listens to them, whether they avoid eye contact while speaking, and the sincerity of the words. For a man, these moments are often ordinary, temporary, or superficial. He thinks he is just having a conversation, and sometimes even forgets the content of the talk a few hours later. However, a woman carries a word she hears inside her for days. The meanings she attaches to it grow, take shape, and deepen. And this is exactly where love is born. It begins to develop in the woman's inner world, following the traces of an unnoticed sincerity. It is silent, unhurried, but powerful. Chapter 2. Emotional depth and communication. Over time, the woman starts interpreting some of the other person's behaviors. Small acts of kindness, unthoughtful attention, a few careful questions. Maybe the person just wants to be polite. Maybe they're just acting out of genuine courtesy. But while the woman transforms these into an emotion, she starts to form a bond inside herself. During this process, the man does not notice any change. For him, everything is still normal. Maybe there are occasional meetings, a few messages, short conversations, but he looks for no meaning behind any of them. While the woman's eyes are shining, he thinks he's merely having a friendly dialogue. Because most men perceive emotional transitions with words and clear expressions, yet women know that feelings are hidden between the lines. Over time, this difference in communication creates two separate worlds. The woman secretly forms bonds, builds meanings, gets excited. The man still thinks he is moving on the basis of a friendship. This imbalance does not prevent the woman's feelings from deepening. Sometimes this unawareness even intensifies her emotions. Chapter 3. Closeness without expectation. When a woman is next to the person she loves, she feels safe. As the time spent together lengthens, ordinary moments become special to her. A silence shared, laughing at the same thing, a small coincidence. Each of these stays in the woman's heart. These feelings are usually without expectation. The woman often does not voice her love. She observes, stays silent, feels, because deep inside she hopes the other side will one day notice this. However, the man often fails to understand that this closeness hides a love. For him, these times together are just a way to have a good time. Even if he realizes that the woman is more interested sometimes, he doesn't interpret it as love. He says, "She's a good person. She's warm." But he can't interpret the emotional layer beneath. This unawareness is not always hurtful to the woman, because she has chosen to live her feelings rather than share them. But as time passes, this silence can turn into an inner conflict. Love grows if not reciprocated, but at the same time, it gets hurt. Chapter 4. Unnoticed turning points. As her feelings mature, a woman's expectations grow. She leaves little clues, shares more, behaves more openly. She now wants some things to be noticed. But the man continues on the same line. Often during this period, a small gesture, a word, or a choice can create a deep break inside the woman. Attention shown to someone else, a thoughtless joke, a delayed message. The man looks for no meaning in any of this, but the woman reads each one in her own emotional context. Because love produces a sensitivity. That's why turning points are silent. The woman starts to withdraw her feelings. An emptiness forms inside. Love still exists, but has nowhere to be expressed. Acceptance replaces expectation. Chapter 5. Outcomes and silent goodbyes. One day, the woman distances herself. Maybe without saying a word, maybe just gradually fading away. Conversations get shorter. Shared moments become rare. Smiles fade. Only then does the man notice that something has changed. But he often cannot make sense of what, when, or why it has changed. He asks himself, what happened? But much has already happened. After a while, the woman gets used to burying her feelings inside. Because not being noticed is a kind of answer for her. This answer hurts but brings clarity. She has now taken a road of no return. All those beautiful glances, sincere smiles, small details fade away one by one. Most of the time, the man believes this love never existed. However, a woman silently fell in love, loved silently, and silently left. Conclusion. That's why women fall in love. Because they notice details, sense feelings, and even listen to silence. But men mostly do not see this. because they only recognize love when it is spoken out loud. It's like different worlds interpreting the same sentence differently. That's why most loves go unnoticed while being experienced. Only after they are lost are they understood. And sadly, some feelings are realized only when it is too late. If you found a part of yourself in this silent and deep story, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. What have you experienced regarding this silent side of love? Share with us in the comments.